High up in the jagged peaks of Bald Crow Mountain, the air felt colder than it should. The crisp wind carried an airy stillness, the kind of silence that clawed at the edges of your mind. Below, the evergreens reached out like skeletal hands, their needles drenched in thick fog that clawed its way up the mountainside. Three friends had decided to hike here, despite the warnings from the locals. Ethan, Claire, and Ryan weren't the superstitious type. Devil's Gulch is just a story, Ethan had said, confidence dripping from his voice as they drove past the rusty old sign near the base, beware, leave before nightfall. None of them took it seriously. They laughed it off, chalking it up to the ramblings of local legends. But now, as the last rays of sun disappeared behind the rocky peaks, they weren't laughing anymore. Do you hear that? Claire whispered. They stopped. Ryan turned his head, listening. Then Ethan spoke, tentative for the first time that day. It sounds off. The noise in question wasn't loud, it was subtle, like whispers carried just out of reach by the curling mist. It was inconsistent, fleeting, and worst of all, untraceable. They pressed on. After all, the summit was close. Almost there, Ethan muttered, a weak attempt to rally them. But the further they climbed, the more wrong everything felt. The whispers grew louder, not like voices anymore, but like the wind itself had grown sentient and malicious, chanting secrets they weren't meant to hear. Suddenly, Claire froze, the look on her face drained the color from Ryan's and Ethan's. The trees, she stammered. They're turning black. They followed her gaze, and sure enough, bark that was once brown and sturdy now seemed rotten. The towering evergreens stood like burnt giants, their twisted shadows snarling on the ground. Then, a sound cut through the air. Not whispers this time. A deep, guttural howl. Inhuman. Run! Ryan screamed, and they tore down the trail. But the fog grew thicker, choking their path. The trail seemed to vanish beneath their feet, replaced by jagged stones and roots clawing at their ankles. Panicked, they stumbled into a clearing, a wide, empty plateau with nothing but pale moonlight washing across the expanse. And there, at the center of the plateau, stood the devil. Its form was indistinct, ever shifting. One moment it appeared as a towering figure cloaked in shadow, twisting horns spiraling into the air. The next, it was a creature of fire and smoke, eyes glowing like molten pits. It spoke without moving, without sound, its words carried straight to their minds, you should not be here. Ethan backed away first, but as he turned, the ground beneath him crumbled. He screamed, falling into the yawning abyss below the plateau. Claire tried to reach for him, but she too was dragged forward, a force unseen, pulling her closer to the devil. Ryan stood paralyzed, unable to move, unable to breathe. The last thing he saw was the devil shifting again, its hollow eyes boring into his as everything went black. The next morning, search parties found their belongings at the base of the mountain, but there was no trace of Ethan, Claire, or Ryan. The locals avoided Devil's Gulch after that. Even the brave hunters wouldn't pass the old rusty sign. Every now and then, a tourist would ignore the warnings and venture into the mountain, but they never came back. And still, some claim to hear faint whispers on the wind when the fog rolls down from Bald Crow Mountain. Whispers that sound less like voices and more like laughter.